Hi, good evening everyone. I am Kamal Kumar. I completed my graduation in BA program from Delhi University. I completed my graduation last year, May 2024, in BA program with Delhi University. When I was in college, when I was in my pre-final year, I got enrolled in UI/UX design bootcamp where I have learned everything about UI/UX designing from scratch. I get enrolled in a UI/UX design bootcamp or design school bootcamp where I have learned everything from scratch about UI/UX designing, like prototype, wireframing, UX designing, user interaction, and all of the stuff and all of the stuff. So today, I'm gonna explain what UI like types of UI elements that exist in screens. So basically, anything you see on the screen which can be interacted with is called so basically what like anything you see on the screen which can be interacted with is UI element. An app is made up of multiple screen, and screen is made up of UI elements. Basically, for while designing the screen, we have to keep something in mind like thumb reachability, uh, heuristic loss, and all of this stuff. So today I will talk about navigations. Basically, IA is important so that we create navigation by creating information architecture. Information architecture is how do we architect our information in our app, and IA helps us to create the navigation app. Navigation is from one page to another. Navigation is basically moving from one page to another movement within the app. And global navigation. Global navigation is main navigation of the app and top level diagram. And there are board navigation bar, hamburger and hybrid navigation bar. Navigation has right. Bottom navigation has icons in the bottom, and hamburger menu drawers. Basically, we use drawer in most of the time we use drawer while designing for the desktop. We in drawer there is a option. It has options like navigation from where do you want to go, and in hybrid it drawers and hybrid too. Other UI element is filter. Filter comes within the it will only come after searching. We have to read the amount let's suppose you have to reduce the amount of number that has been sourced. You are talking on e-cart app, and you have a specific budget. You have a specific budget, like you want to buy within 500 to 100. So you say we will set the filter of 500 to 100. So you don't have to waste extra time. It will reduce the cognitive load through. And the another UI element is call to action. Basically, button which takes the main action on a screen called CTA. There are three types of CTA: primary CTA, secondary CTA, and tertiary CTA. And within those buttons, they have states like they have types. They have and within those CTAs, they have type like fill button, outline button, icon button, text button with icon or text button. Most of the time, field button are used for primary CTA, and rest of the options are for secondary buttons and tertiary button. And within those button it has emphasis like fill button uses for high emphasis, outline medium. We use outline button for medium emphasis, and text button for less emphasis. If we place CTA side by side, the primary button will be on the right side. If there is a situation arrives when primary CTA if you place CTA side by side the primary button, if we have to place CTA side by side, then we will place the primary CTA on the right side on the right side. And the another UI element is cards. Card contains text, images, icon and button. And another most important, in my perspective, element is separator line. It separate different pieces of it, separate different pieces of content. It separate pieces of content to subcategorize information. It should not be end to end. Where the user input field, and now it's input field is where user input something like, let's suppose their name, their password. Input field where the user input their information like name, where the user input where the user input their information like name, email, number and other. And there are also type of input field like field text field, outline text field and line text field. Filled text field look like this. We use filled text field works. Both types of text field provide the same functionality. Choose the type that works with your app's visual style. Best accommodates the goal of your AI. It's most is most distinct from other components like button or surrounding content. There are three types of input field: fixed text field, outline text field, and line text field. Filled text field, outline text field, line text field. There is no specific guideline from like where or how to use it. It's all on a designer. Like if the field input field is looking good, either the outline or line text field good, whatever is looking good and and usable, we can use it there. So the and the another UI element is checkbox. Checkbox allow the user to select multiple options for check or uncheck. Checkbox allow user to select multiple options. And radio button, in radio button we can all, like radio button is for when there is a four or five option, we can only select one, then we use radio button. Bottom sheet basically appears from the bottom. It's a single option from a list and it shows all of the upfront option. It's basically alternative of pop-up, additional menu spaces, additional action that user can perform. Never use, and we should never use it for endless scrolling. Accordions look similar to drop down, but the content below the element slides down in the accordion but not on the drop down. Help include large number of information in limited spaces. Only use if you have more than three categories according to input stepper. What is wireframe? Wireframe is basically a raw structure of your design with sketches. How does how will your app look like? So that you so that you get where things will be placed and what your end product will look like.